Hey everyone, we just want to remind you that this is just a silly podcast.
Yeah, like baby games.
Yeah, it's meant to be entertainment. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be funny.
I mean, it's much fun as you can have bitching, but yeah, go on.
I have a ton of fun bitching. Our hate is it's purely hyperbole. There's enough actual hate in the world already. All right.
Speak for yourself. I joined the group.
We love everyone. We encourage you to do the same.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Heck, you gotta try. And now on with the show.
You should be barricaded in your house and kept off of the street for sterilized, lobotomized, left in a car in heat. Cause the things you say and do tell me your brain cells are at you, and that is why I hate you.
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. I am Matthew.
And I'm Joaquin.
And this is And That Is Why I Hate You, a podcast where the two of us are just going to complain a lot.
Yep, a lot of recreational complaining at that.
Recreational complaining at its finest. That's what the podcast will be all about. You guys have experienced or run into groups of people that you just don't understand how they make it through their day, right? I mean, the type of people that you just want to scream and you're like, how do these people exist? How do they get through? How do they tie their shoes in the morning? That sort of thing.
I mean,
So
we
that's
live
what
on
this
the internet,
podcast.
of course.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah, no, that's part of it. I mean, that's where we get our source material, right? We just go on Twitter.
Oh God.
So that's what the podcast is about. We're gonna spend a little time each episode here complaining about a specific topic or about some specific group of people, and it's all in good fun. We're just here to complain, and
Nothing further than that.
yeah, that's
not
just
trying to galvanize anybody.
No, oh God, no. So
I have no soapbox. I might speak like it, but I don't have that.
so how you doing over there, Joaquin?
It's been kind of rough, but everybody's kind of going through it. So just today's been generally quiet, besides the last few hours trying to record.
Yeah, we've had a very, very hard time trying to get this going. We've tried like 16 different times, and this is probably the, I don't know, at least fifth time we've recorded this intro. So if we sound a little jaded, it's probably the reason. That's good though. That's good. Good things are going okay today. It's a nice relaxing day. I just got done finishing the backsplash in my kitchen that took me the last 3 days and made me want to kill myself several times.
Because being a real man is just so hard.
It is. It's the real man me using peel and stick tiles and sticking them to the wall like a puzzle.
Just like hey, honey, I think my beard grew in thicker. I actually did some housework.
Well, I've told everybody that I did it, and I haven't told them. I'm acting like I was in there with grout and tile and painstakingly placing each 2x2 square inch tile, all by myself instead of just doing a big puzzle on the wall.
Oh no, like I hate having to deal with like there's something wrong in the house. And I'm like, oh man, I have to go on YouTube and try to figure out how to fix this. And my wife goes, I just call my dad, because my dad, her dad are just handymen. They'll just come in, they'll look at it and go, I need about a foot of this, and I need to run to the Home Depot and pick up these three things. Do you have a wrench? Of course you don't have a wrench. I'll bring my wrench. And they'll do the job halfway, but they'll do it. I'm like, okay. I'm just going to stand here and stare.
It's my mom. My mom is extremely handy because my parents split up, when I was young, and I think my mom had to take care of the house herself, and she learned how to do everything. I remember her sheetrocking, putting it up herself, doing her own electrical, her own plumbing. Well, her brother's a plumber. An electrician. Her father was a plumber and electrician. She learned a lot of stuff, so she's actually taught me stuff over the last couple of years.
Stupid little anecdote. Whenever people use like a plumber and an electrician in like the same sentence for me, I always think of just them wielding the power of water and electricity because I'm an idiot and a child.
Well, they're going to come at you with like electric thunderstorm
and complicated wording for everything we do.
Yeah, that's part of it too. Well, it depends if they're actual electricians. If they're not, they're just like my mom. She's not actually one, so she's just like the little cap thingy, the little it screws on there.
Yeah, it's still confusing, but it's not a technical term.
She's got everything though. I'm like the other day I was like, do you have a tile cutter? She's like, yeah. Do you need a cutter or a scorer? I got both.
I just spent an hour trying to find out what this tool was called. You have it. Sorry, go on.
I got a different. We've used this same story in the first 4 recordings we did, and I'm tired of saying it, so I'm gonna go with a different one. So we have a 4th of July. Obviously, was what a couple weeks ago, a week ago, yeah, just over a week ago. Dude, my neighborhood, fireworks everywhere. I think everyone in my neighborhood does fireworks, which I did not realize were legal in New York now. Did you know that?
Yeah, I do, unfortunately.
And apparently it's been that way for a few years. I saw some signs at like Walmart, fireworks for sale. And I asked my wife and she was like, oh yeah, they're legal. And I was like, since when? She's like, for a few years. I mean, we're right by the Pennsylvania border. So, obviously people
Yep.
in our area go right across the border and pick them up and use them. But dude, so many going off. My wife comes downstairs. We were watching TV, and this wasn't even. It was like 3 days before July 4th and 3 days after, fireworks nonstop. I came. I hear her go, Matthew. I was like, what? She's like, come down here, please. I was like, what? She's like, just come down here. The dog. Our dog is petrified of fireworks. Like, she'll find places to hide. She pisses her shit on the rug.
She's a big dog.
She's a big dog. She's a lab. I mean, she's not a small dog by any means, but she's scared. I come down. She had gone into the bathroom and chewed through the braided hose on the toilet, so it was spraying everywhere, and there was like an inch of water on the floor already. Thank God. Which I don't believe in, but thank God that I don't believe it. that she came down and when she did, because typically she wouldn't come down for another couple hours. I think my daughter asked her for something from bed, so she came down and found it. So like I'm in there like spraying me in the face. I'm shutting the water off. It was bad, dude. I was so mad. I had to take the wet back out. It was thankfully it was first floor, so it was just dripping through to the basement instead of through like a ceiling. So the basement was all covered in water. Everything dried out fine, but dude, it was nuts. I couldn't believe it. Like, she's never done anything like that before, but it's just the type of thing I feel like I run into all the time owning a house.
Oh, yeah, no, that's exactly the thing. Like, as a child, you don't notice a lot of these shitty things are going on. And then as you get older, you just hyper focus on them. Unfortunately for me, like with the 4th of July, my birthday is the 5th. And the whole summer, it's generally the whole summer, I have to deal with fireworks because I have PTSD, and I'm a veteran, so I don't do really well with fireworks or loud noises, balloons popping, helicopters. I just don't do well with the noises. And my wife and I were sitting. I think it was on my birthday. My wife and I were sitting. We're going to watch a show together. Kids were finally asleep early for some reason. I don't know why. They never run themselves out. And I'm sitting on the couch. We're getting ready to watch a show on Hulu. We haven't watched anything together for months. And we turn it on, and bah, 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 bah. It's like 10 at night, and just going off. And I just start shaking, and I kind of like lose sense of time. And I just like almost break my headphone case, opening them and just shoving them in my head. And I had to spend like the next 2 hours, because it was going off for hours. Every time I popped my headphone out, more would go off. I'm just sitting there just kind of like in my phone listening to music loudly,
just trying to tune it out.
Yeah, because the pops, like, I'll just shake or flinch, and come to find out, it's my neighbor from across the street just letting them off in their backyard right over my house, and was having such a hard time with that. So I get it.
This could be a whole episode. We have people who blow off fireworks at
all times of night. Yeah, geez.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, obviously people have the right to do it, but I wish people would be a little more considerate, because you're, like you said, like sometimes they start at 9 and they don't stop until like 1 a.m. And I don't know, maybe it's not the same neighbor, but I mean, I hear them going off, and it's just, I guess it's the area we live in, and they're like, we can do it.
It's the area we live in.
We don't have a lot of neighbors. Yeah. But to your point, like, I mean, there's dogs hate them. So my dog freaks out.
Yep.
There's people like you that it affects greatly. There's kids sleeping. We could do a whole episode on this.
Oh yeah, but I think it all just comes down to, I think this is kind of the ethos of the podcast, is that it's really about consideration. People have a huge lack of consideration for one another, and that really, like, it feeds into people hating each other.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's just everyday life. I mean, I can't go through a single day without being like, man, I can't believe that person didn't even consider the fact that, dot dot dot. So I don't know. It's crazy. So what do you think? Should we get into our topic for this week?
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, I think it's probably time we get started. I'm trying to decide if I want to play the music, our topic introduction music or not. I think I'm gonna start it. We'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, I won't do it next episode.
Okay, sounds good to me.
All right, let's see. All right, guys. This is gonna be our first topic intro music. Oh man, I forgot this intro is a little long.
And it's very Casio.
Yeah, but it's so good. We'll talk about where it comes from. All right, guys, it's time for the topic. All right, this week's topic, I'm going to stop it now. This week's, I got to figure out how to fade it out or something. This week's topic we are talking about, or this episode's topic, we don't know what our release schedule is going to be yet, but this episode's topic is bumper sticker zealots.
Woohoo! And we live in that area.
Yeah, we certainly do. We figured this was a good first topic. And what do we mean by bumper sticker zealots? I mean, it's probably pretty self-explanatory, but God, why do people put bumper stickers on their car with like just bullshit, like spouting off about one thing or the other, or anything?
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit.
I'm behind you in traffic anyway. I don't want to already don't want to look at the back of your head and the back of your car. Why do I now have to read your car's ass?
Yeah, and
just to occupy myself.
It's like, what do you think? I'm going to read your bumper sticker and change my mind about something?
Exactly.
Am I going to see your bumper sticker and be like, oh, that's a good point?
Oh, Jesus. Like, I just... Okay. So, there's this place I drive by every day, because where I live. And we're in, like, the countryer area. So, spaced out houses, spaced out roads. And there's a guy who's highly political. Actually, there's a lot of them here, but he runs a business. It's a trucking business, so you know where his political affiliations are.
Oh, of course.
Sorry to assume, but in this area, that's exactly what it is. That stereotype is true.
Oh, 100%.
And so he has like the fuck Biden flag floating and the let's go Brandon sticker and, Trump 20 fucking whenever he's going to rerun and all this shit. And for a while, I was like gaslighting myself looking at this shit, going, do I just hate him because he's not a Biden supporter? Because I'm not a Biden. I actually hate Biden.
Yeah, no, me too.
But why am I angry about this? And it's because he's an obnoxious asshole.
Yeah.
It looks like his truck looks like the equivalent of peacocking.
That's exactly what it is. It's like waving your big Trump dick out, right?
Yeah, just
like, look at me.
Dude,
I'm the biggest one there is.
I don't fucking care. Nobody really fucking cares.
We're already getting off on a tangent here, but there's and you've probably passed. I mean, we live so close to each other, you might pass it. There's a house near me with he changes it. Sometimes he's got a Trump flag out. Every once in a while, it's a fuck Biden flag. So I went past it. It was probably a couple months ago now. I went past and the flag wasn't out, and I noticed every time because it's like kind of hanging out almost into the road. Yeah. Like with the way it waves, and it wasn't there, and I was like, flag's down. And then on the way back, I realized there's a for sale sign now on the lawn. And you know that realtor was like, you got to take that flag down or you're gonna alienate some of the potential buyers. And I'm like, so you're fucking Mr. Big Shot about fuck Biden, I love Trump, until you want to sell your house. That's where you draw the line. You're like, right? I'm not gonna preach. Right. I'm not gonna preach if it prevents me from being able to sell my house. Why would I do that?
It's counterproductive.
It's counterproductive. But that's just one of the many examples of the bumper stickers that are out there. We talked before we started the podcast about the kids ones, about how many kids you have. I hate those. And my wife has them on her car. She's got the ones on her car.
And it's annoying.
It's not only is it annoying, but when I look at them, I'm like, good job telling any serial killer how many people are available to kill in your household.
I just love the little children. This one has 5. This one has 3. This one has a wheelchair.
Oh, this guy's got 3 little boys. I need to visit that house.
Like, it's so fucking obnoxious.
What if you're a single mom with like 2 kids and like I'm like a crazy murderer a crazy murderer, rapist, and I see that in the car to go, oh, single mom with 2 kids. That sounds like a perfect target if I want to break in, commit some murder and rape. Just follow that car home. Way to advertise the fact that you're vulnerable. And I'm not trying to say that women are vulnerable. Please don't cancel me for that. I'm just saying it's a stupid thing to
It's a
advertise on
scenario.
the back of your
It's
car.
you built a scenario that has been in many movies, many SVU episodes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, we get this is literally the stereotype of it, but it's true.
Well, I think
I'm sorry, go on.
I think when I first, because I mean, we started coming up with the idea for this podcast forever ago. So when I think I first started the list, I believe I was behind somebody in line at Dunkin' Donuts, and it was some sort of abortion bumper sticker, and I don't want to get into the politics of that, but it was just, it was like, save a life, don't have an abortion, or something along those lines. I remember just reading it, and that it's just what we talked about at the beginning. I was looking at it, I was like, you think someone's gonna see that and they're gonna be like, I was about to have an abortion, but I saw that bumper sticker and fuck, I can't do it.
Yep, I'm just gonna have this little baby, then I'll get rid of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll ignore it. I'll put it in the system. I'll let it get
sense.
shot in a school. We'll see.
Oh my god!
Like,
and the coexist bumper stickers too. I think my mom has a coexist bumper sticker. I don't like. Again, I don't understand. What are you trying to preach with your bumper? What are you trying to accomplish? Is it just virtual signaling to have that bumper sticker on your car?
I feel like, because in my anecdotal, like, evidential life, like the few years I've been alive, I realized that it seems like people put the bumper sticker on, and then somebody else sees the bumper sticker, reacts, so they get a bumper sticker that's the antithesis or harmonious version of that, which is all still obnoxious. Like, it's all just blanket obnoxious, like, behavior. Just to try to, like, well, I'm going to put some positive energy out there when you mention the coexist.
Is that what it is? Positive energy?
And, like, being obnoxious is not positive. And what other reason would a bumper sticker serve? I ruminated on it. I don't see anything out of being an obnoxious ass does bumper stickers ever. And yes, we are all like capable of being an obnoxious. Like, being human, being obnoxious is part of it. It's a negative trait.
It's 90% of my life.
Yeah. I feel like it is a negative trait that we all have, that some of us can be like, you know what? I'm okay with being an ass about this. And people going, I'm not okay with being an ass. I personally have a very hard time dealing with it. I got a car from I bought a car from my grandfather-in-law. I don't know how that works, but my wife's grandfather. And he had a shitload of, like, shitty bumper stickers, and I took 2 hours out of my day to try not to scrape off the paint and peel off these bumper stickers on his car. There's only a certain type of bumper sticker that doesn't really annoy me so much, and it's only because it's kind of like a bygone era, and that's the travel bumper stickers. The ones where I drove to every state and put a bumper sticker on my car. That's the only one that doesn't offend me.
Yeah, I don't
in any kind of way.
No, I don't disagree, because I look at those and I don't. I mean, like, I used to see them all the time for, like, LBI or Outer Banks, like an OB. Okay. And, like, I don't know. I don't particularly mind those. I guess I'm like, I see it and I'm just like, oh, okay, you like to go to the Outer Banks or whatever it is. I guess that doesn't particularly get on my nerves so much. It's just, I still don't understand the point. I mean, like, you go to the Outer Banks. Like,
yeah.
Do you want me to know? Like,
I think it's sort of like, if we're going to liken it to something, and I could be very wrong here, it's sort of like when somebody takes a picture of something to remember it. That's like the travel bumper stickers.
Oh, okay.
And when somebody takes a selfie where most of the picture is their face and then the object is behind them, that is the, like, my political or my belief stance type of bumper stickers.
Oh, that's a good comparison. Oh, by the way, and I could be wrong here. That could be like a tagline for our podcast as well. And I could be wrong here.
I could be wrong here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I like, the other thing I think about with bumper stickers is, like, do you want somebody to vandalize your car? Like, even benign ones. Like, I could put like a
Mm-hmm.
New York Yankees bumper sticker or sticker on my car, and there's some asshole Mets fan out there or Red Sox fan that very well may likely key my car or slash my tire or
Mm-hmm.
something just because he sees it. It's crazy. And
And you can find them all in Walmart.
I don't know. I don't understand the point. I don't understand the point of sticking a sticker on the back of your car that says anything, because I don't see any positive, only negatives that could come from that.
Okay. Here, one of my favorite ones, like favorite as in a negative sense, is the no fat chicks bumper sticker or window sticker or whatever the fuck. Only because you're putting that on there to like
To
piss
be a
someone
dick.
off.
Yeah, you're being an asshole. Period.
Like you're daring somebody to throw a rock in your fucking car. And yeah, that's a disproportionate reaction, but you're asking for that kind of reaction.
I've seen bumper stickers like that, or with something like to your point, where like it's you're being an asshole, and I just get so mad. I'm sitting behind it, and I get so heated. I'm like, why am I getting so mad about this? Why am I letting
Right?
this bother me so
I
much?
don't know why I'm so mad about
Like,
it.
this is a stranger in front of me who I will never meet, probably, and probably never even see. I can't even see what the person looks like, but I see this bumper sticker in front of me, and I want to get out of my car and then just go into the back and get the tire iron, open their window, and just beat their head in with it for no reason.
Speaking of never seeing him again, have you ever like met somebody you thought they were really cool? You probably at work or something, like you get along, and
Oh
you
yeah.
lose complete respect for them when you see the bumper sticker that they have on their fucking car? Because I've
Oh
had
God.
that happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of experiences where like you meet somebody and you really like them, and then you see something like a social media post or something else, and you're just like, uh... we were
It's
so
literally just that
close.
sigh. Just like I don't. How do I reconcile you being a piece of shit, but liking you
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with that outward persona
or
that
having
people put
bad
out
perception?
when they're in person versus what they're putting on their car when they think they're anonymous. Just like when it's on social media and they think it's anonymous. You know, you got this bumper sticker on the back of your car, and somebody's just seeing it as they're tailgating you in traffic. They're not in your
Really
face.
perceiving. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what?
So
You saying that makes a lot of sense, especially because that, is not fully related, but it's in the ballpark, is like when people act a certain way in their car outside of the way they would act in public.
oh
So like
God,
when
I'm
people are
guilty of
easy
that.
to road rage
I'm
or
guilty
they're
of that.
cussing everybody out. Oh, I'm guilty of it too. Oh if I have the kids in the car, they will have to like I have to like try to curb myself.
Yeah, I don't
But if
curb
I
myself.
start acting up, my 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 daughter and my son now chime in whenever somebody like cuts me off or does this one thing that I can't fucking stand is I'll be doing either the speed limit or slightly above it, but I'm just not going fast enough
And
for
they pass
them,
you.
so they have to pass me.
Oh my God, I hate that.
And it's always somebody with a bumper sticker. No, I'm just kidding. um and my kids will chime in, and that's kind of like hearing myself back and going, oh
Yeah.
wow, I gotta chill out with that.
Well,
Because
there's
in your car you just feel like you're an island.
you are.
And,
Well, I mean, you are an island until somebody stops you. Oh my God, I've had many experiences like that. I've had people where I've passed them because like, and I think this could be another show again, but where they were going too slow, and I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, no problem. You can go the speed that's fine if you want to go. If it's a 55 and you're doing 45, I'm not gonna get mad at you. Fine. I'm gonna get irritated, but I'll pass you when the time comes. But I'll go to pass them, and they speed up
Speed up. Like,
just
you
so
know
I
how
can't pass
dangerous
them.
that is?
Yeah, and I'm like, what is the why? Like, that there's dotted yellow lines, right? The whole point of those is so that if somebody needs to go faster and you want to go slower, they can get around you. Are you that mad that I'm passing you because you are going slow that you need to speed up and very, very potentially cause an accident and try to kill somebody? Like, I
Mhm.
guess I guess at the moment they're not even thinking of that in their mind. Like, I could potentially kill somebody by what
It's
I'm
just like
doing.
this asshole. That's
Yeah,
all they're thinking.
I had somebody I was coming down. I'm not going to say where it is because I'm going to talk location, but I was coming down one of the roads by us, and it goes from 55 immediately to 30,
Yep, I know
like
which one you're talking about.
right away, and it's
Mhm.
it's a bad spot. Like, everybody
The
ends
cops
up.
stopped me there.
Yeah, there a lot of times cops will sit there because it's so sudden, and it doesn't. You don't realize it. Like it doesn't seem like an area where it would just drop that quickly. And
Mm-hmm.
I was going down that road, and I'm trying to think of the exact scenario. And a dude started going slower way earlier than it dropped down. Like it was
Oh,
probably
okay.
a mile. So he started going 30, and it's 55, and I went around him, and he sped up and like started tailgating me. And then when it turned to 30, he went around me, got in front of me, and stopped his car. And I'm like, what is this motherfucker doing? And he started to get out. And like
That's when
he's
you hit him with your car.
well,
Like that's it
no,
at that point.
so I rolled
Not
down
letting
the
you shoot me.
well, he started. I didn't even think about that. Wasn't even going through my mind like you could have a gun or something. So he
Yeah.
started getting out of his car, and I just rolled down my window, and I went, "Dude, I don't have time for this shit." And I just went around him and drove away.
Good.
I literally was just like,
Good
"Dude,
on you.
it's like I do not have time for this shit." Like
That's actually the best response. I wouldn't imagine getting ready to like fight somebody because you know how people act when they get out of their car.
yeah.
And then the person goes, I just don't have fucking time, and just
Well,
leaves.
And
Like,
I started driving away, and he just got back in his car. But I was like you're a grown man. I'm a grown
Yep.
man. Are we really going to get out of our cars and fight because I passed you because you were going slow?
But that's the thing. Like I just that's sort of like almost sneezing. I can imagine getting so heated where you're about to fight a stranger, and then they just leave. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That scenario is so good to me.
Well, I'm like, and it wasn't even like it wasn't even like I was scared. Like I wasn't like in a
No,
moment like,
just-
oh my god, this
You're
guy's. I
tired.
literally was just like, dude, I don't have time for this shit, and that was it. And like
you're too surly to fucking be scared of some shit
No,
like that.
he
You just
started-
said you didn't even think he might have had a gun. Like
I
that
didn't
didn't
even
cross
think
your
about it.
mind.
Well, he just and like he must have just been like, all right, because he started getting back in his car too. Like as I was going to pull around him, and he must have.
I thought I was gonna fight. I guess not. Let me put my shirt back on and put the baby grease
Well,
away, and we'll be good.
I like to think he was also like, yeah, I don't have time for this shit either.
Like you just, he had a moment of clarity.
I think we
He saw your bumper sticker and changed his mind.
I do. Do I have a bumper sticker? I have an Android bumper sticker. Yeah, I have a little Android.
Oh, shame on you.
Outline. That's not really a bumper sticker though. It's just a little icon. It's just
no, that's not an excuse.
So I'm a hypocrite
We are
now?
bitching about bumper stickers and stupid shit, and that is a stupid fucking.
You
my
know what?
affiliation is to Android.
Well, you know
Like,
what? I was
now
just
you
gonna
announce
say
that to the world.
I was just gonna say, you're right. I am a total hypocrite. I put that on my car because I was like, yeah, Android's fucking awesome. iOS sucks. That's exactly why I put it on my car. Now that I think about it,
alienated 75% of the internet right there.
I was gonna try to say like I got it for free. So now I ordered that shit. I ordered and put it on my car. I have my business logo on the car too, but that's just like because I ordered stickers and I was like, well, I don't have anybody to give them to, so I'll just put them on my car. I think I ordered 50 and I still have 48, and I think one was because I stuck it on something else like a garbage can or something like that. Yeah, I guess I'm a hypocrite. I also have.
I'm Team Android too, though, so it's not a problem. I just know that most of the world is most of America is iOS. 75%. 15% is Android, 10% is Linux, and everything.
Is that actually the breakdown? Because I'm pretty
sure.
No,
not at all. I'm bullshitting.
Oh, here I am thinking you're smart. You're just making shit up, and I'm stupid.
No. I worked for Samsung for a while, and I did know that I fought with a lot of Android users about logical things, and they didn't care about that. It was Android, and that's it.
See, I'm pretty sure. And I'm thinking worldwide that Android has the vast majority of the market share because every phone that's not an Apple phone. Though. Okay, yeah, because every phone that's not an Apple phone runs on Android, and like I know in a lot of other countries where they have cheaper phones, they all run on Android. So yeah, in the U.S., you're right. Oh man, we could do an episode about that too, where people, what is it? What color is it when you don't have? Is it green when you text somebody with an iPhone and you don't have an iPhone? It comes up green.
I think it comes up green. Yeah, I don't have an iPhone, so I don't fucking know.
I'm pretty sure that's like a cultural phenomenon now, where they're like, oh, they're fucking.
You're a green text.
You're a green text person, fucker. So we could have done an episode.
Don't get me started on modern like human memes, because human memes like pineapple pizza, the pineapple pizza meme that became a real fucking thing.
Wait, I
Um,
don't wait. It
where
refreshed my
people
memory.
go, pineapples don't belong on pizza,
Oh
and it was
yeah.
a meme, but now it's like a belief, like it's like a religious belief to these people
Oh wait, is it?
because people keep saying it. You say it when okay, so the modern meme, which doesn't follow the actual definition of meme, is you make a funny like thing and you put that information out in the zeitgeist.
Right.
Well, a meme is a behavior or something, and I'm not saying it verbatim, I can look it up, but I'm too lazy. That you put into someone's mind, and eventually it becomes an actual thought, like it becomes your own thought.
We don't look shit up
So,
on this podcast.
yeah, it probably should. Just because it would be better to do so. But if you say something enough times, everyone gets brainwashed. We all get influenced by everything. And maybe
Sure.
that's why bumper stickers exist. So enough people fucking see it enough times, maybe they will change their mind the 50,000th time to see it, or they'll shoot you. But either way, you get the idea out there long enough, there are going to be people who come up who just think pineapple doesn't belong on pizza because it's always been that way.
And it becomes such
I mean,
a guttural, instinctual thing. Like that's just the way it's supposed to be. That their behavior actually changes in response to the suggestion.
Yep, that's why money is a thing. That's why money exists. Enough
no.
people just kept saying there's value in this, there's value in this. And then people grew up thinking there's value in this, there's value in this, and it just perpetuated. The same reason why oh my god, kids have a problem when they find out Santa doesn't exist.
Right.
They grow up with that. The same reason why religion is a thing. Not spirituality, not just belief, but actual like the organized religions. The Catholic Church gets away with so much shit, but it's because it's just the way it is. The Hollywood. Oh God, Hollywood.
Yeah, same thing.
We knew about the casting couch. I knew about the casting couch as a child. And now we're acting like it was when Me Too hit. I'm a grown man. Me Too hit. And I'm going, yeah, was that a secret?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah,
so
I think people love to turn. No, it's just people. You're right. People love to turn a blind eye when it's something that's just been perpetuated in their head so much that they're like, "This is just the way it is. This is just the way it is. It's just the way it is."
Because it hurts too much. Yeah, it hurts too much to not follow the meme, and so I think
it is a hard cycle to break.
Yeah, the same thing. Like, and maybe we're answering our own question here. With bumper stickers, maybe it was just like, my daddy did it. He has a truck. He has a 4x4. He did it. I'm going to do it. I like mud. I like doing, I'm now turning him into a Southern guy for some reason.
Because that's your stereotypical Southern.
I think it's just because of where I live. I really think it's just the area in which I live in, and being like, it's just because they all have it.
Well, we live. It's not just you. It's we.
I guess you live a little further up with the richer people.
Not really, dude. I live 5 minutes from you, and it's the same. It's exactly the same.
But dude, that's sort of like saying going down one block in the city is perfectly fine, and then the next block in the city is dangerous as shit.
Hey, stop making me feel like a shithead on our podcast.
I live with the farmers down here.
That's true. Yeah, you are like right.
Yeah,
right
I live with the farmers. So it's just, and you know what? That's fine. It's valid. This is just, I don't care really. It's just, just because I'm irritated doesn't mean I really give a shit.
Right. No,
it's just that it's a knee-jerk reaction, and I don't count knee-jerk reactions as what somebody's true thoughts are, depending on how intensely they react.
No, that makes sense. We have a lot of farms around here. Like,
yeah,
what do they even grow? I mean, I see corn, but like, what else do they grow?
I see a lot of cows. I mean, I guess we have the creamery right here, so
that's true. There are so many farms, though. There's like dozens.
I don't know. I mean, there's so many farms in this area that we do not see support farmers stickers and shit anywhere.
It's because they're all farmers.
They're all farmers. They're all being supported by us, and we're all supporting them, and they're supporting us. Like we have harmony where we don't need a bumper sticker that says "support your local farmer."
Oh, you know where there's one out there somewhere. Oh, yeah,
there's definitely there. No, there definitely is.
I don't think there's any topic out there that there isn't a bumper sticker of somewhere.
Well, no, because there are truck nuts. Of course, there are bumper stickers.
Truck nuts are a whole different story.
everything.
I mean, I totally don't get the point of those. I mean,
That is sheerly just being obnoxious.
why are you gendering your truck? Is your truck gonna fuck another truck and get it pregnant? Why does it need nuts?
I mean, there are people who are like in love with their vehicles, so I guess
Okay,
I'm trying. I'm just trying. I'm trying very hard.
If I don't know cars, if a Ford F-150, I think that's a truck, fucks a Dodge Ram, I don't know. What kind of baby does it have? Is it like an SUV or is it like a Power Wheels?
Well, I mean, I guess if there's a birth defect, it might just become a cube. Those little ice cube trucks. The ones that look like toy cars.
And from where does it birth it?
Are we really having this conversation? The trunk?
Oh, it comes out of the trunk? All right. Yeah, truck nuts. We could do a whole episode on truck nuts, but they're so stupid, they don't deserve an episode.
You know what? I really feel like, at least where truck nuts existed, where truck nuts went, I wish they just kept going until they just, like, had truck shafts.
Where you just have a big old shaft hanging out the bottom
and
of your truck.
It just dangles.
Drags.
It hits the ground as you drive. Like it's like a mud slap. And it just keeps going.
Oh,
like,
shit.
You actually like hook it to actually tow.
They get popular enough where like when you see like the skid marks of the tires on the ground, there's always a little one in between. A little skid mark in between.
No!
You're like, oh, truck shaft has come through here. Dude, I think you just came up with the next great invention. I think we need to make it. Let's make the truck shaft and start marketing and selling it. Because we'll be able to sell it to a bunch of fucking morons. Like, they'll buy it.
Look, there's eyelashes. Let's see, what do people put on cars that are also obnoxious?
The eyelashes, yep.
Lips, mustaches.
Oh, all that's my wife during Christmas puts a big red nose on the front.
I about to say, does she put antlers?
Yep, she puts the antlers.
At least it's seasonal.
Then she puts, well, it's seasonal, but it's still stupid as hell.
It's
and she puts the Christmas light decals on the sides. And then this past year she got this like, okay, so it's a Buddy the Elf. It's like a Buddy the Elf window cling that goes on the rear, and then on the windshield wiper, it's his hand. And it so when you turn on the windshield wiper, it waves. And it's no. Listen, it's still on the car now.
I love your wife. I love having conversations with her, but I just hope that she forgets it when she goes to get the car washed.
No, so listen, when she put it on, she put it on and it fell off while she was driving, so she ordered another one. Which I don't know how it fell off. Like, it's got this hard, not like regular Velcro, like those like plastic, little plastic pin Velcro things that are really like the ones they put on Easy Passes that are really, really sticky. Like they really cling to they're not sticky, they cling to each other really well. It fell. She ordered another one. Fate. So she zip tied it on, but she zip tied it around the blade so she couldn't actually use the windshield wiper. So literally like,
she was more obsessed over the aesthetic than actually having a useful windshield wiper.
Which is exactly what I said to her. I was like, you are more concerned with having this fucking arm on your windshield wiper than actually having a clean windshield so you could see out of the back of it and not get into an accident. So I literally 2 days ago, I clipped it off. I was like, I'm taking this off. And I clipped it off. And she's like, but I want it on. And I put it back on so that the zip ties weren't over the blade itself. So I actually took it off and put it back on, and I feel like a total idiot for doing that. I should have take it off.
You know what? You compromised to make your marriage work.
I did. I mean, that's what marriage is all about. Compromise.
Yep, the husband compromising. No, I'm just kidding. That's just me.
No, that's not.
Or
just
maybe
you. That's most of us men married to women.
At least the best comedians all say the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, that's true. They do all say it. So now we're just ripping off. Bad stand-up routines.
We're not even. We're not original. We're not funny. Don't listen to us. We're just fucking rambling.
Well, what do you think? Have we talked enough about this particular topic? Do we have anything more to say? We talked
about a lot of shit. I don't think there's much to be said about it beyond it being mainly obnoxious.
Yeah, I mean, I think to summarize, that's really what it is. It's just it's an obnoxious thing to do. It serves no positive purposes. You're not making anybody happy. You did make a very good point about the repetition and how with the repetition things slowly start to seep into your mind over and over. So, but I mean, I feel like you need a fleet. Like you'd need to have everybody in an area have the same bumper sticker so that I'm seeing it on every car everywhere I go. Before
At
it
that
got to
point, that
that
would be
point.
terrifying. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that would be terrifying. By
could
that
you
point.
imagine? Could you imagine just be driving and you see a fleet of like I don't know, bumper stickers that say like Tom Cruise is Jesus or something, or I don't know, something crazy.
That
Wait, that's not that crazy. People kind of believe that, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, there was once upon a time, and this is again, I'm not trying to be political, but I am being political. Um, there was a time, and I'm sure it would have if bumper stickers were as prevalent as they are now. Um, where white only was on a bunch of bumper stickers in a town, or maybe in every car.
Oh
So
god,
like signs like that, like it's
buddy,
weird when people like push their. I
this,
know,
this is supposed to be
it's
a
like
comedy podcast, buddy.
no. I mean,
No,
I don't. But no, there was a time with that, and I like perspective.
no, you're right.
Like
You're right, and I
to
mean,
see something like that where everybody has the same thing. So there is a positivity coming out of the obnoxiousness of bumper stickers. The reason why I'm saying this,
that's true.
because the positive side I can see out of it is that okay, if somebody does do this, there's always going to be somebody who's going to do the opposite. It might be just as obnoxious, it might be annoying, but you know that there aren't everybody thinking this one way, because you already, for every asshole with a bumper sticker, there's a decent person with a bumper sticker.
That's true. Yeah, that's
And
true.
I mean, I brought that up only because it is a heavy topic and we're living in heavy times, and overall, to get the perspective, there is always some kind of balance. As stupid and as annoying as it is, there is a balance.
No, I agree with you there. I was just being.
I know. I
there.
saw you start sweating a little bit.
Well, I forgot that we're not actually doing a video podcast. I started tugging on my shirt like, oh boy, getting a little hot under the collar here, and I realized
For reference, for anybody who's speaking, if you can't tell, Matt is a white man.
I'm the whitest of white men. I'm an Irish white man. I glow
and
in
with
the
a
dark.
name like Joaquin, which I know is generally Spanish, but I am a black man, so it just it's kind of funny.
Yeah, so
when I bring up
when
a topic like this,
he starts bringing up race, and then I start feeling like a terrible white man.
I don't care.
No, I know you don't care.
I like the awkward.
I like the awkwardness too. I prefer to make you for you to make me feel uncomfortable. It's comedy gold. No, but in all seriousness, topics like that, all seriousness topics like that, I'm happy to talk about it. I think we should bring up, and like you
I
said,
feel like we shouldn't have
when we can give context, it's extremely important. And like we talked about this ahead of time, where we didn't want this podcast to get overly political. You know, we'll talk about political topics, but more in how people react to the political topics, not making a political stance ourselves. But you know, there are certain things that we're going to talk about where we don't really give a fuck, you know, what people think. If it's something we think is important, we're going to bring it up and we're going to talk about it regardless.
Absolutely.
So, bumper sticker zealots. Our first episode, I believe, is somewhat in the can. Hopefully,
I know we didn't really talk about them much, but there's nothing really to say about them.
Well, I mean, the whole point of this podcast is to have a topic, and we know we're going to go off on tangents, and we're going to talk about other stuff. It's really just a jumping point. We have the topic as a jumping point to lead us into other conversations and down other paths, and I think that's what makes good content. So hopefully we can do that. So that's about it, I think, guys, for this episode. We'll be back with the next one soon. I do want to say we'll have a website up soon. If it's not up already by the time you hear this, it'll be andthatIswhyihateyou.com. You can also go to the initials, the acronym, if I can put it together, ATIWIHY.com. That'll work as well. We'll have a forum on there for you to be able to submit suggestions for possible topics for upcoming episodes, or if you just want to send in some mail, whether you agree with us or disagree with us or have something else you want to chime in on. We're more than happy to get those. I think we're going to have an option to actually submit a recorded message as well. So if you're happy with, or you're not unhappy with, you're okay with having your voice on the air on the podcast, you can submit a message. We'll play that, react to that as well. And that's about it for now. Am I missing anything?
No, I think you pretty much covered it. I want to thank everybody who listens to who have listened. Please share; it'll help us out, and
Yeah, thank
we
you
like
so
to
much. If
interact. So
if you made
really
it
appreciate
through
it.
the full, almost 45 minutes here, we really appreciate you listening. We hope you listen to the next one and the one after that, and many more to come. And yeah, sharing's the best way to help us right now. If you just tell somebody about it, give them the link, let them know to subscribe. If you could subscribe, that would be great as well. Thanks, guys.